News at 11 starts now.
The only voice that matters is the voice of the jury, and the jury has spoken.
The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people, and they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here.
A first in American history, a former president, now a convicted criminal. Hello, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I am Wale. Aliyu. Former President Donald Trump found guilty of a hush money scheme during his 2016 campaign. We have been covering this trial from the start, so we want to take you back to how we got to today. In June of 2015, Donald Trump first announced his presidential campaign. Fast forward to 2016. Stormy Daniels allegedly wants to go public about an affair with Trump. Michael Cohen works up a deal, paying her $130,000 to stay silent. After Trump wins the election, court documents show Cohen submitted false invoices for legal services and was paid back by Trump for the hush money payment. In 2018, news broke about the hush money deal, leading Cohen to plead guilty to unlawful campaign contributions and his confession to paying off Daniels at Trump's direction. Fast forward to 2023, a grand jury indicts Trump, making him the first president to be criminally charged. Trump pleaded not guilty to 34 counts. A year later, we are here. 20 witnesses and a month of testimony. Trump was found guilty on all 34 counts. So how are San Diegans reacting? ABC 10 News reporter Ryan Hill spoke to Republican leaders on this historic case.
Despite the guilty verdict of former President Donald Trump, the heads of some local Republican groups feel that the voters in the party here in San Diego may not be swayed by what happened in the Lower Manhattan courtroom on Thursday. Guilty on 34 counts. A jury of former President Donald Trump's peers finding him guilty of falsifying business records in New York.
I think even for those that are apolitical, it's definitely something that is spamming all of the group chats.
Cynthia Cowie is the president of the San Diego Young Republicans. She tells me while the verdict's disappointing, there's still support for Trump in the conversations with friends and others in her organization.
And I do think it is encouraging and hyping up the Republican base to still turn out and be more motivated to vote for him in November. I do think regardless of the end result, I am still incredibly optimistic of not only former President Trump's victory in November, but also how in general, I think it's good for Republicans.
It's a similar sentiment for the county-wide Republican Party.
My phone has been blowing up from text messages, voicemails, emails with Republicans around San Diego County standing resolutely behind President Trump.
The head of the party tells ABC 10 News he doesn't feel the verdict will affect the November election.
Everybody from the very beginning has said that, prosecutions will hurt President Trump, indictments will hurt President Trump, investigations will hurt President Trump, and he's never pulled higher. So it doesn't seem to be the logic that will carry through to November.
Trump's sentencing is scheduled for July 11th. Ryan Hill, ABC 10 News.
Protests erupted after the verdict was read in both New York and in Florida. Aside from a couple of tense moments between protesters for and against the verdict, things remained peaceful. And tonight, Donald Trump left a New York fundraiser after his conviction. He waved to the public from his motorcade. A Republican fundraiser told ABC News that today has been the, quote, best RNC fundraising day ever.
With the verdict out, we know an appeal is soon on the way. I spoke to attorney Jeff Lewis earlier today. He's one of few certified appellate specialists in California. He joined me to talk about how the appeal process could play out in this case.
He's going to say that the judge should have granted his motion to change venue, that he couldn't get a fair trial, and that if the trial had been conducted somewhere else, the outcome would have been different. That's a big issue. He's going to bring up again the recusal motions to have this judge disqualified. He's going to attack the jury instructions regarding unanimity and whether or not this other crime that was facilitated by the fraudulent business record should have been specified and agreed upon by the jurors. Those are the big arguments I would expect in an appeal.
Sentencing in the case will begin in July. Attorney Lewis said it is likely that Trump will ask for and get a stay in the sentencing during the appeal process. You can get the latest updates on the aftermath of today's historic verdict with our free mobile app. Just search 10 News in the App Store.